Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Free Gift Friday, where we bring you something for free on Fridays that will help you optimize your life, optimize your business, just have that life you dreamed of with expending less energy, less time, and spending less money. Today, we have the amazing Shiraz. Woohoo! Shiraz, do you want to introduce yourself and tell our viewers a little bit more about yourself or a little bit about yourself?
Okay, thanks for having me on, Melanie. I am a reality interventionist.
Cool.
And
Can you tell us a bit about what that is?
so with what I've discovered is most people are actually addicted to their current reality, and it is a physical addiction. So when you try to change things, you don't realize that you're going through withdrawal at the same time, which is why you might just get short-term results. And there's a few different layers to this. So, Dr. Joe Dispenza, in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, talks about how we have an addiction to emotional states.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have all these different emotions throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
but there's one emotional state that you tend to be in the most. And let's say that's frustration. So, you're trying to get your business going, your things keep coming up, you're constantly frustrated. When you decide, you know what, I'm done with frustration, I want to be happy, then you try to be happy. But what's actually happened is once that addiction is set in, your cells actually develop receptors on them to receive the chemical concoction associated with frustration. And when they stop getting those specific chemicals and they start getting the chemicals associated with happiness, they're like, well, where's our mix? Where's our hit? So they send a signal up to your brain, says, make this person frustrated. And then something just frustrates you out of the blue. You're like, oh my God, I was trying to be happy, then this happened. The chemicals hit your body, your cells go, oh, thank God, there it is. And you get stuck in that cycle. And it is a physical addiction to being in a specific emotional state. So when you're trying to be happier, you've got to realize you go through that. But there's also the addiction of what I call story addiction. And that is that every time a specific story plays out, you get to be right. Right? And it works both ways. Like I always find the best parking spots. A lot of people have that. Hey, I always do that. But other people have no one ever listens to me, or whenever my business gets to a certain level, it drops again. And so people choose being right over being happy, prosperous, in wonderful relationships, even healthy. And so you've got that addiction going on as well to that state. So now you've got this double whammy, and you may be able to get out of it. Like if you've ever gone to like a workshop or a retreat, and you've come out of it and you're like, oh my God, this was it. This is going to change everything, and it does for a little while, and
Mm-hmm.
then you lose it, right? That's because you didn't get fully out of the addiction. It's not that the retreat didn't work. It's that there was more work to be done, continuous work. And when I work with people, that's what we do is like we have to get through the withdrawal period to make sure you stay in the new zone.
Yeah, I do a lot of personal growth retreats, and a lot of people will often say it works while I'm in the energy of the personal growth retreat, but once
Mhm.
I'm away from that energy, it stops working. Like I go back to reality, and so I can imagine that this works really well for optimizing the success of your business because if you can break this addiction, then you can be truly right in your story of I want success for my business.
Yes. And it gets a little cooler too because there's certain stories that cause you to have more work to do and be more efficient. I mean, inefficient, sorry. So, um, for instance, we get taught you have to work hard to succeed,
Ugh, I hate that one.
right? And this is just what people, and it kind of makes sense because if you're lying on your couch all day watching TV, you're not going to succeed. That's why they created that. But the real thing is you have to be willing to work hard to succeed. And when you're stuck in things like you have to work hard to succeed, you create work. When
Mm-hmm.
there's times that you don't need it, you will create it, which is just not efficient. Plus, there's people that are struggling, or what's the word? There's challenges, and then there's problems. Okay, and those are actually different, but they can look the same. And most people are priding themselves on being problem solvers.
Mm-hmm.
But to really feel your value as a problem solver, you have to continually create problems. That's it.
Uh-huh.
So I invite people to stop being problem solvers and just be, creative solutionists, to come up with new things, better things. And this is where you challenge yourself. So the thing about problem solving is what you do is you create problems that don't need to be there in your life. You solve those problems, and that just gets you back to the status quo. So your life is a lot harder for no reason.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so but you feel good. You feel like I'm working hard. People are seeing me
Woohoo.
working hard. I feel like I deserve what everything I'm receiving, and so you keep creating these problems. When you step out of that and go into challenges, it's like, okay, I'm here now. Now, what do I do to get here?
Mm-hmm.
Problem solvers are, I'm here. Oh, this problem came out. How do I get back to here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then when we're into challenge mode, a lot of the problems just fade away. And so now you're just moving forward instead of just struggling to keep up. And you have to, but this is the thing, you have to let go of that whole, it has to be hard for it to be valuable. I have to make sure everyone sees how hard I'm working so that they see I deserve everything I'm going through. Because when that ego comes in, you create stuff that just slows you down, but makes you feel better on the inside. Even though on the outside, you're like, why is this happening to me? Why is this problem and this problem? I hate this. That's the conscious thought. The unconscious is like, everyone's seeing how hard I work. I'm so good. I really deserve all this. And you don't realize these two different conversations are going on.
I'm the superhero of my own life.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So, what does it look like when somebody's working with you? Because I imagine that you help them get rid of these addictions.
Yeah. So there's two parts to it. Number one is we remove the old beliefs. And to do that, I have a conversation with you. And I've learned how to tell when your conscious beliefs match your unconscious beliefs. So I could ask you a question like, would you like to make an extra $100,000 this year? And just about everyone will say, yes, I would love that. But then I'll look at them and go, no, you don't. So let's find out why. And it could be something like, well, if I make an extra $100,000 this year, then people are going to come up to me and say, Melanie, can you invest in my business? Melanie, can I have some money? Melanie, you have to give more money to the family. It's your responsibility. Right. And so that involves frustration, guilt, like all sorts of lower emotions. And your subconscious, it will do everything it can to avoid the lower emotions, specifically guilt, shame, and heartache. So in order to avoid those, it'll say, no, we can't have this much money. We have to have this much money. That way they can't ask us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find out what those beliefs are. We pull them out of you. And just being aware that it's there is often enough to start the shift. But other times we go through a process, we pull it out. So now those things holding you back are gone. The second thing we do is I teach you these mental exercises that build your mental muscles so that you can focus on what you want, to hold that thought and hold your concentration when you're working, when you're planning things out. Most people can hold a thought for less than 7 seconds. To really create a new life, you have to be able to hold a thought for 30 seconds. And 30 seconds doesn't sound like much, but if you just like sit there and try to count from 1 to 30, you'll see all these stray thoughts popping into your head long before you get to 30. So I have exercises that teach you how to do that. And a lot of them are just like 2 minutes long. So because you're only going for 30 seconds, so the exercise doesn't have to be long. You don't have to spend hours in meditation going, okay, this is what's going to do it. 2 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and it builds the muscles. And with those two things, building your mental muscles to make you stronger while weakening the success barriers, you bash through them.
Nice, nice. So I heard a little hint of a Canadian accent in there. Where are you located in the world?
I am in Toronto.
Nice, nice. I'm from New England, so right above us there. So tell us a little bit about who your ideal person is. Who's the person that you feel like you can help the most?
My ideal people are entrepreneurs, more specifically coaches that
Mm-hmm.
have had success but then hit that barrier. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you hit that barrier and things just stop working or start to go wrong, you've hit a belief that you don't know is there. And I help find out what that is, pull it out, and then all of a sudden you just start taking off.
Awesome, awesome. So in athleticism, we call that, what's the word we're looking for?
The wall.
Yeah, the wall, right? Like I just can't make any more forward progress. I feel like I've trained as much as I can train and I've done as much as I can do. Plateau is the word I was looking
Okay.
for. So if you're a coach and you feel like you've plateaued and you haven't been able to reach that next level that you want to get to, Shiraz can help you get there, just like a fine wine.
You will get drunk on possibilities.
Awesome, awesome. And you can be the true superhero to your own people, not
Mhm.
just yourself, right?
Yes.
Oh, I like good metaphors. So, do you have something that you would like to give our viewers?
Yes, I actually have some audios that are those little meditative states that I can put you in. So you listen to these audios, some are 2 minutes, some are five, some are 12. And the cool thing is some you can do them sitting down just quietly, or you can do them while you're out for a walk or doing the dishes or having dinner. So it doesn't have to take extra time from your day, even though they're 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 12 minutes. I start my day with a 12 minute and then just do a two and a five throughout the day when I need it.
Nice, nice. You know, it's interesting because I'm all about optimizing, right? And a lot of people believe that multitasking is bad for you. That if you're multitasking, you're not doing either task well. But
Mm-hmm.
my opinion or my stance on the subject is that you can multitask, but they can't be using the same functions, right? So you can listen to meditation while you're working out, while you're going for a walk, because they're not competing with each other. They're not using
Yes.
the same brain cells, right? So this is great because you're helping them optimize their health, their mental, and their business all at once. I love it. It's fantastic.
and
So
and the nice thing,
how do they find these videos?
I will drop a link. So
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will put the link in the description so that it's clickable. Go right to. Is it a YouTube channel or?
it's not just a Google Drive with the audio files.
Nice, nice. Okay, making it super easy for people.
Yep.
Awesome. So I will put that link in the description. Anything else you'd like to share or empower our viewers with?
Be happy, be laugh a lot, be silly, because number one, it's healthy when you laugh. And I've found that that energy of being happy and silly and not being afraid to laugh at yourself attracts good things into your life. And especially when you're around people, they see that energy, they want to be with you. So it actually increases your bottom line.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we were at this seminar and the facilitator was like, "Let's start belly laughing because it changes the endorphins in your brain and you can't have two emotions competing with each other at the same time." So, no matter what state you're in, whether you're tired or frustrated or fed up or whatever, if you just start laughing, you just become happy. It just happens because your body's like, oh, we're laughing now. I know what to do with this.
Yes. And if you do this enough, you can become in the same state as I am, because I talked about emotional state. My default emotion involves laughter. I laugh every single day. There's always opportunities I come up for it. And if I don't, I go into withdrawal and my body finds ways to make me laugh. And I kind of like having a life like that. It took a while
Absolutely.
to get here, but I'm here now.
Absolutely. Like live the life you design and dream for yourself, right? Create it if you don't have it. And Shiraz can help you get there by overcoming those limiting or unconscious beliefs. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, it's been such a pleasure talking with you. So glad to have you on our Free Gift Friday. And I hope that you're able to connect with many of our viewers because I'm sure they'd love to reach that next level in business.
So too. Thank you so much, Melanie.
Awesome.